Hey, it's Leah, spelled Ligia, and I just wanted to pop on here quick just to chat with you a little bit about disappointment and when things don't go the way that you thought they would. I recently had been in with an interview for some work that I thought I would be just perfect for. And I had planned it all out. I had everything in my mind was like, this is the job for me. This is what I'm going to do. And what really set me up was like just the rapport I had built with my interviewer. I really got into the process and the company that I had applied for. And like, has that ever happened to you that if you're looking for a job and you nail that one and you think this job was written for me? Um, and I had so many yeses and got invited for the second interview and the third, and different requests. And then, I didn't end up getting that job, but that wasn't what bothered me the most. I think what bothered me was how high I had set this getting the job, um, and how I tied it to my self worth. That somehow having this specific job would make me more worthy of a person. I think for me personally, it validated all the things that I've been working on in the background. Um, and I've done a lot of different jobs over the years. I've run my own businesses. I've, you know, gotten into marketing and editing and, customer service and all these different things, but never found the job that was best suited to my skills and to my time. I've been a stay-at-home mom, working mom for many of those years, and the priority has always been to be there being home for my kids as they're growing up, and to be that constant for them. And so now my kids are a little bit older, they're in school most of the time, and um, this was like my first real job that aligned with what I thought I should be doing. So the fall from that was heavy, and I don't know about you, but um, your self sabotage goes into overdrive, and it's almost like everything that you had set yourself up for is like suddenly a lie. And I don't know about you, but I actually got really angry with the people who love me the most and see the most in me, because I'm like, you are freaking wrong, and you're just telling me stuff I want to hear, blah blah blah. And I was like so angry. um, I tried to keep that mostly to myself because I knew, a part of me knew that how irrational that thought was. That how are you going to be upset at the people who are supporting you in your life mission and your career goals and all that stuff? Like, how do you turn around and be upset with them? So I kept that really like under wraps, but um, I went through like almost like a grieving that day. That it sounds ridiculous now that I say it out loud, but I was really heartbroken that that didn't work out, because I think I had getting that job in my mind had set up everything else for me, in the work that I do here, and my book, and marketing myself, and that sort of thing. And that's the challenging part, because I'm not that overnight success, and I know that this is my life work. And if it grows into something amazing, that's awesome. If it doesn't, I'm still gonna show up here and do what's in my heart to do. And the why behind my book is just like, those things won't go away no matter what kind of job I have. But I know that I need to have a sort of job to support my art, because my art needs that support. And I don't ever want to put that kind of pressure on my art and my creation. And I just, after I did like lots of writing just to get that feeling out of my system, and help me really drive down my perspective and how I was looking at the situation, why it was upsetting me so much. And I feel like it's really important to share, because, people see me la di da, you're so positive, so happy, blah, blah, blah. But it takes consistent effort to maintain that, to, it doesn't mean my life is easier. It just means that how I look at things when, challenges come to my life, because they do, like they always do. It doesn't matter where you are. You never get away from that. But some things that really helped me get through that and gain some perspective was, one, taking time to just process, really letting myself have some time, listen to some music, do something that is productive yet doesn't require a lot of emotional investment. So when it first all happened, I wasn't in a place to do a lot of writing. I needed just time to process. And for me, that day, I started painting my house. I just, not that I started, we had already started, but I focused that day on finishing the painting of our house, the hallway room. And and that helped me get to the point where, you go through the routines of the day, the kids come, you have the kids and you feed them and clean up all that stuff, regular chores. And then, I got to a place where I could just write and be by myself and just free flow. That was number two, was just really free flow in writing. And really understand where my head was at, how I needed to interpret and look at the situation, so it wasn't going to hurt me and continue to be a source of pain for me. And that's where I realized some important insights for myself. It was like, one, you're going to come up against things that don't work out. And that's just an important part of being in the arena of your life. So just because you didn't get it doesn't mean that you don't have those skills that would have been perfect for that job. It just means someone else had, maybe more experience, maybe more developed skills, maybe less jumping around from job to job. So it doesn't mean I didn't have the skills. It means that this opportunity just wasn't for me. And number two, maybe this job, the safe job, would have been a distraction, and you would have shifted your focus to developing that career more, and it might have taken away from the work that you're doing now, and your writing and your books, and the work that matters to you most. So maybe that was a conflict of interest, right? So, and then three, it was sharing with my husband, because he was the one I was the angriest with. Just sharing with him those insights and how I felt, and just being upfront. I was super angry with you, and this is why. But now I realize, it's not helpful for me to be angry with you, and that there's more at play here. And just thanking for that support. And I think number three is also gratitude for that process. Even though it didn't work out the way I wanted to, I can still be in a place where I have gratitude that I got to go through the process and really got a glimpse into the kind of work that I feel is relevant to my skill set and work that I want to do. I realize that I really am into natural health. I realize I really want to be of service, and the job just so aligned with what I'm already doing. So I thought it would be a natural flow that I could jump in and out of, but maybe they're too alike, and again, maybe a distraction. So three tips that I have is, again, have that time to just process, go for a walk, do a workout, dive into work, whatever it is you need to do to give yourself some space. Number two, free flow writing. If you're a talker and you need to process with someone's not always around for that. And sometimes you're just not even sure how you're feeling. So I always defer to writing. And number three is coming from a place of gratitude. What did you gain from the whole experience? There's always lessons in our mess. There's always lessons in whatever life has to throw at us. And we need to pull the lessons. We need to pull out what is of benefit to us so we can learn and grow and evolve and continue on, so we don't get stuck in those trappings again. And I think for myself, a lesson from this one is not to get my hopes all set up so I have such a fall, and to wrap my sense of self-worth so profoundly around getting a job and letting someone else define my worth and the meanings I associated with that. So I hope that's helpful, and good luck to you on whatever you're working on this week. And I hope you have a fantastic week, and we'll talk to you soon.